This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hi everybody, welcome to show 331 Aussie Mac Zone. I'm just, Zarn, sorry,
Yes.
Before we do that, because I'll restart that bit. Just talk away, are we okay?
Hi, can you hear me? And everybody else hear me as well?
Yeah, that's right. Can you hear us? I'll just double check.
So if you can hear us, can you please...
Cabbage!
Hi, Cayenne, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Both of us? About the same level? Both about the same level?
Hello, Mason. Levi? Hunter? Can you hear us?
Okay, everything's cool as far as we can tell.
Awesome.
Hi everybody, welcome to show episode 331 Aussie Mac Zone. So Zarn, how are you bunkering down?
Yes, fantastic. Again, lots of outside backyard activities. Lots of Disney Plus. Yeah. I swear to God, I'm fine.
Excellent.
The oven knows.
So our Aussie Apple ramblings this week. So again this week, a very big thank you to all the people around Australia and the globe keeping us going.
Absolutely.
Yes. Now, don't forget to say thank you to the cleaners and the posties and the delivery guys, just to name a few.
Teachers?
Just yeah.
Teachers' aides?
You're not back at work yet.
No, no.
But the posties, just wave to them, say hi.
Yeah, say thank you. The delivery guys, my God. Uber Eats. Oh, man, those guys need a medal. Especially for the delicious food they bring me on time, hot, everything like that. So,
that's the trick, is getting them to deliver it hot.
Yeah. It's like it's just come out. They like our guys at local area here. It comes like it's just come straight out of the wok or the pot or whatever we're getting. You know, it's amazing. Yeah,
excellent. Now, there's a website that's been going for 30 years. Just the other day, they celebrated their 30th anniversary. It's called Tidbits. It's the second longest running. What do you call it? Online publication. It's the second longest running online publication. Second only to a government one that was about 5 years before them. Seriously.
Awesome.
And it's all about the Mac. It's been all about technology and stuff. So 30 years is a long time in any business, let alone the tech industry. And Tanya and Adam Engst have built a very trusted website over the years and is still going strong. It is the second oldest internet-only publication, first published April 16, 1990. So a heartfelt congrats to you both and your contributors for a very well-deserved anniversary. And, of course, the link bits, tidbits.com. Awesome.
It's 1990.
Yes.
Who had the internet in 1990?
A few of us. A very few of us, yeah.
How fast was it?
Very slow.
Yeah.
That was the old dial-up days, you know. When
I had dial-up.
Yeah.
I'm that old. But, I remember dial-up. Dial-up was funny as hell. I remember going into the library at TAFE and using their computers and just being amazed by the internet. I think this was like 96.
Yeah.
I've just been amazed that I could get on and use Yahoo. And, this was there before Google even.
Yep.
And I was stoked that I could, do all that sort of stuff.
What you could find back then.
Yeah, and there was nothing really to find on the internet back then. You just sort of looked it up. And you're like, oh, wow, I can talk to somebody through a message app, like, text app in another country.
Yep, just like that.
Yep.
Ask questions about anything.
Yep.
Now, let me just get this right. If I press that button there, yes. So today at Apple, at home. Apple have put up some videos and we'll be adding more in the coming weeks. These appear to be done by presenters at home, so a special thanks to them for allowing us into their homes and spending the time to help us keep ourselves and our kids entertained and learn some stuff on the way.
Sorry.
So currently, 2 how to take better photos, 1 drawing photo, and also since I wrote that, there's a new GarageBand video as well.
Oh, sweet.
So it's like you go into, it's the same as when you go in and go to Today at Apple.
Yeah.
They're giving you the class, you and you, 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So excellent. It's really good. It's really interesting. And it's like how to take photos, how to take better photos, architectural type photos in your own home.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You know, you can't go out, so so yeah, awesome. Again, the link apple.com/today/feature/today-at-home, but it'll be in the show notes, of course.
Absolutely.
Now, what about good products for when we're stuck indoors? So Apple this week gave us one of these PDFs. Whoops,
yes,
that way.
They did.
And it's a worksheet with 30 iPad activities for the kids. So just to name a few: tell a story with the shapes, record news interviews, create a comic strip, make patterns, strike a pose twice, send flowers. One of the ones I liked was take pictures, pick a letter or a colour, and go for a walk around the block and take pictures of that colour or that letter.
Well, that's really cool. I really like that.
Yeah, and it's just a little outline of how to do it.
Yeah, we did a couple of these, or actually, I think we did one of these, and it's the interview one.
Yeah.
We haven't finished that yet because we got to do an interview with Hunter. We're doing that sort of stuff, and we're also looking at making a music video.
Yeah.
Which should be fun. We're hoping to share with the family. I don't know what app we're going to use yet, but we're going to do. I'm hoping Bohemian Rhapsody, and we're all going to sing a part.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you. You'll sing a part. Mima will sing a part.
Yeah.
Uncle Curtis will sing a part. Only JC will sing a part, and so on and so on, so forth. And then we're sort of going to try and put it all together and make one big film clip.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Yeah, just for fun. Got nothing better to do.
Yeah, so it's, trying to make a rainbow, complete an alphabet. You add photos of each colour or a letter to a sliding keynote, and then you just go through, add photo to clips, record your voice saying the colours of the letters. Just things like, just walks you through a little process.
Mm.
And according to Apple, these activities are aimed at children from pre-kindergarten to 2nd grade, but can be tailored to suit the whole family.
Yeah.
Apple has also been supporting at-home education with a series of remote learning videos that are designed to help schools and educators use the built-in features of their devices to enable remote learning. So there's some special links in the show notes for that. With remote, the remote video learning link, that's a special. That's more teacher-based, etc. So, yeah. So what have we got in gaming this week, young man?
All right. So what I did this week, I've done 2 games. I'm sorry about my camera. I've done 2 games that are multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Because, everyone's going a little bit crazy. So we're trying to share every little moment we can and have a laugh together. And the first game we tried was Secret Ops. Secret Oops. Oops. Sorry. Secret Oops. I found the gameplay for me a little hard, but it's mostly because I've got huge sausage fingers. And on my screen on my phone, trying to touch what I need to touch and see what I'm doing at the same time is a little off-putting. Saying that, multiplayer option was easy to use. and if fingers weren't getting in the, well, if my fingers weren't getting in the way, this would have been an awesome game. I think with Apple TV and controller, this game would really, really come to life. But we're going to talk more about Apple TV and controllers anyway. Yeah, I give this game a real chance because Kellyanne did really like it. She doesn't have massive sausage fingers, and so she was able to, use that.
The dainty little lady that she is.
Yeah, that's right. And so she really enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it as well. It was just a little bit difficult, so I thought, there's other options for this game. So we're gonna look at that. So that's my first review, and it was Secret Oops to multiplayer.
Yeah.
Second game was Cat Quest 2.
Okay.
This game was fun in solo mode. It was quite funny. You're playing as two warrior cats. I don't know what two warrior cats are meant to do, but I'm not going to go into that. But in this one, they were pretty rocking. And so you got to sort of go through your little caves, and you're walking through your fields and stuff like that. And you meet new people, gain new powers. Like if you meet a mage, you get some magic powers. You meet a blacksmith, they'll build you and upgrade your armor. Then you go into dark dungeons and stuff like that, and you fight bad guys, collect more stuff, and so forth until you sort of get to the big boss. So I had a little go of it by myself, as you can tell. Multiplayer though, when I got to multiplayer, it told me I needed to use the MFI controller.
Yeah.
It stands for made for iPhone or iPad or so on, which is cool. Like if you've got that option, it's excellent. I then got into a wormhole of looking for the right controller, looking for the right price of controller.
But that should be these days. That should be any controller.
Well, you're correct. These days it should be. I can't lean on the table and nod. I want to respect the camera. These days it should be. Sorry, one moment. Oh no. There we go. Hopefully that worked. My phone's going to die. So yeah, these days it is most controllers.
Yeah.
There is a few that we'll get into in a minute. But yeah, it was a little bit disappointing, but I understand what Apple is trying to do here, because playing with a controller on a big screen and getting that interaction with other people is fantastic. I love playing online games just for this reason.
Mm-hmm.
You get to play with people. Half the time when I'm on like either Grand Theft Auto or something like that, you don't even know their real name. You jump into a car with them, you go and do a mission, and then you go off and do your own thing. You make some money, that sort of stuff. So this is a similar thing. You jump on, you can play with whoever. And I just think with the controller and everything like that, they're just trying to give you that experience that you would get from a normal console.
Yeah.
And you can play, like I said, iPad, iPhone. You can get the controllers. Like I said, I went into a huge wormhole, and I'm going to get there and talk about that. So again, I'm going to give this another go. I'm going to get a controller. We are looking at, and my phone bloody just died. I may have to, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to have to change charger cables.
Okay.
You know what?
Don't
I
worry.
can do it. I can do without it. It's fine. Yeah, so we're gonna give it. I'm gonna give it another go. 2-player game. But yeah, now I know I'm talking a lot about Apple TV, but that's because I think if you're into gaming and Netflix, and it's a great investment. I know the 4K model is $249 Australian, but that's the basic cost for a good, sort of the set top you'd get. You know, I know you can get the Google Play thing that hangs off the side of your TV or whatever, but something, you know, of similar value, you're looking at it. This is mid-range. You know, it's not over expensive. It's not cheap either, but for $249, it's awesome. And you can get the other model, like, so the 4K model is $249. You can get the other HD model for $209. Now, for the extra $40, you're getting 3 years subscription to Apple TV as well. So not only, you know, are you going to be able to get your Netflix on there, you're going to get your Stan, you're going to get your Amazon, you're going to get your Apple TV. You've also got your arcade on there. You've got your iView. Did I say iView? I can't remember. There's so many of them. There's also a bunch of other stuff that's really cool on your Apple TV that you don't get anywhere else. The Apple TV Plus shows and stuff like that Michael's been talking about for the last 3-4 weeks at least. And so I think $249 is I think it's a great price. I really do.
It's really easy to share. You know, if you're looking at something on YouTube, you just go boom and it's up on the TV just like that. You don't have to.
That's right.
You can go and use the YouTube app, but if you're just I want to show everyone this thing that I'm looking at. Bang, it's done. You can also get, like, there's the Channel 9 app, the Channel 7 app. The iView. An SBS app. All that sort of stuff. And it's great to cheat. Like in iView, if you get home at 9 o'clock instead of 8:30 to watch something that you watch every week, you just watch the South Australian one or the Western Australian one, and because you can choose which. That's
right. And even if you don't do that, it's already there. Like, you can just watch it, and after it's played, because you can go through, search for it, and it'll be there. And with iView, same with SBS. And see, the good thing about the Apple TV too is, with your Xbox and your PlayStation and that, they're not compatible with SBS anymore. For some reason, SBS just doesn't want to deal with that format. But they're happy to do it with Apple TV, you know. And so you're getting that extra. And the same with the 10 and the 7 and everything like that. They don't really want to play with the consoles, but they're happy to do it with Apple TV. And so you're getting all of that. And with the 7 Plus, I know, and all that sort of stuff, you got like 99. Good thinking, 99. What's that from?
Oh, Get Smart.
Get Smart. Yeah, they got all of Get Smart on there and stuff like that you can.
I love Get Smart.
Oh yeah, I used to as a kid. It was such a good show.
Don Adams and.
What is it? Brooks, Mel Brooks. You can do no wrong. Blazing Saddles and all that sort of stuff. It's fantastic. And so, like I said, look, I know I'm ranting a little bit here, but when I like something, I like something. So
absolutely, of course.
Yeah. So if you want to, and so I'm going to talk about controllers now. Review Geek. This is from them, and they're just talking about some of the better controllers you can get for your Apple TV. It says, why most people use their Apple TV strictly for movies and TV shows. It's perfectly capable little casual gaming console. If you pair it with a good controller, there are some pretty lightweight games like Crossy Road you can play with just a Siri remote. But if you want to get the most out of your gaming on the Apple TV, you'll need a proper controller. Not just any controller will do. However, on the top selecting one, on the top of selecting one that's comfy in your hands, you'll want one to be MFI, which is we've already discussed. What was it again? MFI.
Made for iPod.
Made for iPhone. Made for iPad. Made for iPhone. Certified as well. MFI controllers have been given the Apple seal of approval. You can, and you know that they'll work no matter what software updates and everything like that. This isn't always the case with non-MFI controllers. there's an added bonus to picking up a controller that has been blessed by Apple.
Well, I think going just off the top of my head, MFI controller.
Yeah.
There was one that you could go to the Apple Store and buy.
That's right, there is.
Yeah.
And that is the SteelSeries Nimbus.
Yeah.
They've got that on there.
And then there's a couple of PlayStation ones and a couple of
Xbox ones as well. Yeah, but talking of the SteelSeries Nimbus, it looks and feels just like an Xbox controller anyway.
Yeah.
No, the only difference is price.
Yeah.
Like for a new Xbox controller, you're paying $95, and for the Steel Nimbus, you're paying $50.
Yeah.
You know, and so
it might be US.
Yeah, that might be US. You know, you might be paying a little bit more here.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit more expensive, but I'm hoping it's not as expensive as an Xbox controller. We've also got Mad Cats. These guys have been around forever. You used to be able to get it with turbo mode and everything like that on it, even in Nintendo and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Battery life on both of these controllers is about 40 hours. The Mad Cats, where is it? This one here, I think, is it? Yeah, so with the Steel Nimbus, I'm pretty sure you can also plug in, it might be the, hang on. Sorry, I'm reading. Familiar? Oh yeah, so it's the micro. Yeah, so it's the Mad Cats. It can also it's got a snap-on stand. So the Mad Cats has a snap-on stand where you can put your phone on the stand.
Okay.
And connect your phone straight to it. And so you can hold it like that. Your little phone's on the screen right there. You're doing these ones, and you can just look straight at your screen, and off you go.
Yeah.
This is awesome if you're a commuter.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a commuter and you actually want to play these games online, and you can't unless you have one of these controllers. There you go. You can be on the train, you know, on your way to work.
Into it.
Yeah, playing your Cat Quest 2. You know, and then there's the last one. You know, again, that's $50, and I don't know if that's US or I'll have to. Sorry, I will put that in the notes.
Yeah.
There's another Steel series. It's called Stratus.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks like a Super NES controller. It's a compact controller. It's still got your thumb joys, but it's a smaller, compact control. I really like this. I like the Nintendo controllers and all that sort of stuff. Mason's just getting into sort of Minecraft and things like that. I would buy one of these and see if it's compatible with your Xbox.
Yeah.
Just so he had his own controller and can play. This one is only $24. Again, I don't know if that's US or Australian. Are you looking that up, Michael?
No, not yet. But I will have it in there.
Yeah. So they're the three Review Geek sort of looked at. All of them are excellent controllers, and I think any one of those is a great option for different reasons. Mad Cat's because you can play with your phone. The Nimbus is great just because of the feel of it. It's a sturdy, it's a vibration. It's got the Xbox feel to it. It's fantastic. Then, even if you've got an Xbox or a PlayStation, you can use one of your controllers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you don't have to go out and buy one of these. You could just pair one of your controllers to it as well. But these are great. Some other great options.
Excellent.
So that's me.
Excellent.
It's all my gaming. So much stuff to talk about this week because I was a little bit more prepared. That's not true. I just did this because what else have I really got to do? So yeah.
All your teaching prep work.
Teaching prep. Well, my teachers
So in the entertainment world, firstly, the coronavirus robs Steve Jobs' opera of its premiere on Jobs' home turf.
Yeah.
The San Francisco Opera Company said Tuesday that it is scrapping its entire summer season, including its premiere of critically acclaimed opera about the life of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. The classical Grammy Award-winning opera, The Revolution of Steve Jobs, had been scheduled to run from June 20 to July 3, but like Apple's cancelled keynote last month, it will now no longer take place as planned. So Jobs' life in operatic form is an opera reenacts 19 of the most significant moments in Jobs' life. This includes everything from his introduction to Buddhism to his role helping invent game changers like the Macintosh and iPhone. The Revolution of Steve Jobs opened back in 2017. I was kind of hesitant at first about the subject. Mark Campbell, who wrote the libretto featured in the opera, told Cult of Mac, as the work came together, Steve Jobs is so popular and so a part of our world, and creating an opera is full of minefields. But I saw a way into the story that could work in the operatic form. I was not interested in creating a story that made him a big hero, nor did I want an opera that vilified him in any way. I created a libretto that paints a balanced portrait of him. If you're sad about missing out on the Bay Area premiere, you can still get your fix of Jobs' opera. The Revolution of Steve Jobs is available on various music streaming platforms, including Apple Music. For opera fans, the San Francisco is also hosting a variety of videos and playlists on its website. Yes.
Excellent. Sorry about all the noise. I just tried to count my phone again.
That's all right. Now, entertainment number 2. So, I hope you'll remember to watch the Global Citizen stream we talked about last week. Now, I caught about the last hour by the time I remembered, and it was great. And it was basically pre-recorded videos, but, you know, it was a big free live concert with lots of people from around the world.
Yeah.
And it should be available so you can watch it anytime you like now on Apple TV Plus, for example, as well as other platforms. So I can catch up on those bits that I missed earlier. Now, what's next one? Now, the next... Oh, okay. How to Safari tabs. Stop there. So, don't forget. Why? So, this is how-tos.
Yep.
Just for people, like, because we use the Mac all the time. So, if you've got a couple of tabs open, and even ones that I've got a permanent life hacker one down in the bottom corner that is there. If you go Control Tab, it'll just take you across right to left, across the tabs that are in that control, the ones that you've got open, plus the ones that you've pinned to that area.
Excellent.
But if you go Shift Control Tab, it'll bring you back as well. So you can go from this site to this site to this site and then back again. Just by using your keyboard instead of having to take your hand up and do it. So that's one. And the second one is, this one. That one? No, not that one. If I lost it, have I? How to pick 2. Sorry, everyone. Just trying to find the right picture now. It's got away on me. No, for some reason not here now. But it's if you go to the Maps, Apple Maps, it's got mobility trends reports. So go to the link in the show notes, which is apple.com/COVID-19/mobility.
Yep.
And you get a drop down box and you select Australia from the search country box.
Yep.
There you will see Aussies have stopped asking for directions by over 50% since the beginning of March.
Wow.
And it's something like 83% on public transport side of things. It's just it's interesting to see the graph of how many requests they would make every day, and then it just went boom downhill. Amazing. And I actually got a good friend who's a bus driver, and he said it's been really, really, really quiet, and the depot, they've hired extra staff for cleaning purposes, for sanitising the bus. And he got on the bus the other day and got his wipe out, and he did his steering wheel and his seat and his gear stick, and then he did a couple of seats because he wasn't getting anything on his cloth that he was cleaning with. He said that's how good a job they've done. He wished they would do it all the time. Yeah. Now we've got this one I do know about. So Apple has released the second generation iPhone SE.
Right.
iMore reports when the iPhone 11, 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max launched last year, the A13 Bionic chip that was inside of them was more powerful than the Snapdragon 865, which is the chip that Samsung's flagship phones use. While it makes total sense for Apple's flagship to have a processor that rivals the best around the market, putting that same processor in the Australian 749 iPhone SE seems crazy. The 749 iPhone SE is a more powerful processor than the $2,000 Galaxy S20 Ultra. Of course, processing power isn't everything, and obviously there's a ton of differences between the SE and the Galaxy in function and features. But when it comes to pure processing, the iPhone wins out easily. It's also, yes, there are compromises. You don't get multiple cameras, you won't have an OLED screen, and you won't have the true depth camera. But all of those features are add-ons and not necessarily a phone to be reliable and useful.
That's right.
The iPhone SE comes in 3 beautiful colours, black, white, product red, and is intended to withstand elements with dust and water resistance. So, well done, Apple, sneaking them in.
So there, the photo...
I just wish they'd hurry up and release the little tag thing that they've also got. Sorry,
the SE, so basically it's in an iPhone 8 shell?
Yeah.
Or iPhone X, I should say.
No, iPhone 8. It's got
it is 8?
Yeah, it's still got it's still got
it does
the
too.
thumb sensor down the bottom. Yeah.
So it's like the 8, but it's got the processor and everything like that from the 11.
Yeah, the small 8. Yeah.
The small 8. Yeah, that's excellent.
And it's got a good battery in it.
Yeah.
So...
Because, I've been in the market for a while now.
So yeah, that's just another one.
That's definitely in my price range.
Now, what about this? It hasn't arrived yet, and I'll admit I don't know whether the app that Australia is waiting on for the COVID COVID-19 Track Me app. I don't know whether that's the same one that Apple and Google are releasing. I'm not 100% sure. The Apple and Google one, anyway. So, should I install the COVID-19 Track Me app?
Well, if you don't need it.
So, it is up to you.
That's right.
It will be. My wife will be. Hopefully, all our family members will be. I'm lucky enough to be still out there working, or unlucky enough to have to go to varied places. I don't want to get sick. I'm over 60. More importantly, I don't want to make anyone sick. And I understand the concerns about what about after the pandemic? Are they still going to be able to track? Is the government still going to be able to track me? Just delete the app. Delete it.
Once it's in there, it's in there.
No, I trust Apple to not leave any tracing code behind. I trust Apple to do that.
Look, I trust Apple as well, but I do not trust the Morrison government.
Yeah, but
and so there'd be no way I would add that to my phone at all.
But they can't leave bits in because it's Apple that allows the app in and out. They can't leave bits in there.
No.
Anyway.
Yep, we're not going to get into it.
My 2 bobs worth is.
Yep. Look, I agree. where you work, especially where, Waverley and stuff like that, where there is a high dense thing and like that, and traveling and where you go and stuff like that. I totally agree.
So you know who you've been near.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And it's not who you passed in the street.
Yeah.
It's who you've if I go and stand out the front of your place and talk to you over the fence for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
When I'm delivering bits of equipment to you.
Yeah.
Then it'll say, and I get sick in a week's time, it'll say, well, he was there and he got sick. Is this bloke sick?
Yeah.
So this is a time we all have to work together to keep everyone safe and well. So I'm prepared to do everything I can do to do my part. This
Fair
is
enough.
me.
Yep.
All right? Everybody can make their own mind up.
Yep.
But it's not whether I trust. It's not whether I trust the Morrison government. It's whether I trust Apple, because that's the app that I'd be using. And as far as I know, that's the one that.
To be honest, I would happily use the Google Apple app.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use the one that is the Australian government's doing at the moment.
But I don't know whether they're waiting for the Apple one.
Okay.
Because they're all talking about the same release date. They're saying it's like 2 weeks away, and that's when Apple's saying theirs is 2 weeks away, and blah blah blah. So please keep it in mind. That's my 2 bobs worth.
Yeah.
Right? If we want to be able to go out and go to the shops again, and go to the park or go to the beach or go to the pictures, that might be something we really, really need to think. And I can understand. They were talking about the other day, they'll let the pictures open.
Yeah. But
the only people that the picture theatre will allow into the pictures are people that have got the app.
Yeah.
Which I can understand.
Yeah.
I can understand certain cases why that would be. So anything else, Zarn? I've got one more story.
No, that's me.
I think I've got one. I might be 2, but I think it's only one.
Oh no, I did 4 stories tonight.
Yeah.
That's more than I normally do.
No, I've got one more to go.
Yep.
Which I think is a very important one for us, for all of us. So it's what to do Anzac Day 2020, lest we forget. So, 1, light up the dawn. Australians are being called upon at 6 a.m. on Anzac Day to stand at the end of their driveways, balconies, or in their living rooms with a brief service is being streamed by the RSL.
Yep.
2, the community ode. Record a video of yourself reciting the ode or share a message of support for veterans on social media. Tune into live services. So that includes the 5:30 a.m. service from the Australian War Memorial in Canberra. There's also a 10 a.m. virtual and stream service closed to the public from the Anzac Memorial in Sydney that will be broadcast live. Reach out to a mate. There are plenty of Australians feeling very alone at the moment, and Anzac Day would be the perfect day to pick up that phone and call a mate or a veteran to see how they're doing. Because normally, a lot of we mates get together or go to the pub, play 2-up, or all that sort of stuff. That's not going to happen this year. So, just to see how they're doing. It's a phone call.
I used to love that. You go to a club, have a few lemon squashes, play some 2-up.
Yeah. Donate to the Anzac Appeal. There's a link in the show notes that you can donate. It's just a link. You can donate as much as or a little as you like. And donations support the Australian veterans and their families in need. So, So please have a think about that.
Absolutely.
The old show promotions, the show notes link each week. The link this week being aussiemaxzone.com.au/AMZ331.
There will be at least, there'll be the last 6 weeks of notes.
Yep.
Available. Email us at Michael or Zarn. Michael at aussiemaxzone.com.au or Zarn, that's me, at aussiemaxzone.com.au.
Yes.
See us on Spotify. Just search Aussie Max Zone. In Apple News, Aussie Max Zone. Apple iPod. podcasts with Aussie Mac Zone. Yeah.
Lastly, be fully aware of spams. There's been like an 80% increase in spam emails.
Yep.
Over the last few weeks, 80% increase.
No one is going to send you money for coronavirus. No one.
And another little thing was, even Karen the other day on the phone was flicking through like Wish or something, and it said click onto this, click here, and she went to a website, and it came up and said your phone's been infected. You've got 10 minutes to give us some money. Blah blah blah. Enter your details here, and Apple will download the software to stop it. Well, that sort of.
Yeah, no.
All right. So all we did was restart the phone. Nothing.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Don't fill out any crap. The bank won't ask you for any crap.
Nope.
Had another person was talking today that some people rang up and said we're from the bank and had her on the phone for 3 hours and finally got all the details out of her and all that sort of crap. So just please be really careful.
Yep.
And don't forget, Aussie Mac Zone. Over to you for the sign out, sir.
Well, we've got to thank our sponsors, AussieTechRadio.com and IT Help to You. You, the supporters.
They're the most
you,
important
our listeners.
Yeah.
And remember, Apple a day keeps the Androids away. See you guys. Stay safe.